I asked Carlos if he wanted to join in for a round, but he said he had already been scared of all that the empty sky implies yesterday, and so was pretty tired. If you want, he said, we could do some tests on the trees. I've been meaning to do some scientific tests on the trees. They seem normal, but given all that I've observed in this town, it is a significant chance that they are not. Well, of course, I could not pass up the opportunity to perform real science side by side with my Carlos. And so we approached the nearest tree, an old sagging thing, and began to perform tests, the nature and purpose of which I am not remotely qualified to describe. Meanwhile, our fellow park-goers had ceased screaming and had taken up being strange, buzzing shadow beings. All of them were standing exactly where they had been, but were now defined only by the absence of light in the vague shape of a torso and limbs. I stroked Carlos's cheek. I don't know if he noticed. He said the tests were inconclusive, and also was perfect in face and form. And now a word from our sponsors. Looking for a home security solution? Good luck with that. Want to feel safe when driving your car? Get in line. Fearful when walking alone at night? Well, you should be. When life seems dangerous and unmanageable, just remember that it is, and that you can't survive forever. Denny's restaurants, why not? And now a station editorial. Listeners, a lot has been made about the topic of beauty, and I don't think we in the media always do our best to promote healthy self-images. Movies and magazines and TV shows and advertisers love to use photo and video editing to make people seem skinnier, fairer, and more appealing to a false ideal of human beauty. And I think this takes a strong hold of us, especially children. But remember, you are beautiful only when you do beautiful things. Full lips aren't as beautiful as a full laugh. Skinny hips aren't as attractive as a quick wit. Think about treating others right, and those others will flock to you in screaming droves. Just peel back those artificial layers, Night Vale. Unzip that name brand coat, those skinny jeans, wipe off that makeup, and gently, but very quickly, peel off that skin that's covering up the true you. Look at those exposed eyes, dangling unprotected from their gaping sockets. Look at the blood and sinew slowly uncoiling from quivering bones. Admire that slippery viscera trying to squeeze under those dynamic ribs of yours. You are organic, to be sure, listener. Be proud of who you are. Speaking of pride, speaking of beauty, more from my date soon. But first, the weather.
Think love and think drugs, and they're the same thing inside. And we struggle or get enough, but it's the same thing. Burn holes in the moleskin, bout it, been friends with the pain, gave trust to the page. Turn in when the time's up, earn that age. Know how, learned in spades. They exist in the outros, in the fade outs, and in the background noise. We done wish it on my rivals, I got no enemies, we all fall for the decoy. Sometimes it slides right by while we trying to decide. Don't lie to yourself, almost ain't good enough. Ain't no extra lives, leave them alone. How we living, very on road, and it's so driven in the freezing cold. Y'all keep chilling, we'll leave tracks you can follow it. Bold, less fucks given, TTBT, Doom Tree Citizen. We care like it's cool still, but we visit from close to sting to post everything. Yeah, how y'all living, very on road, and it's so driven in the freezing cold. Y'all keep chilling, we'll leave tracks you can follow it. How y'all living, very on road, and it's so driven in the freezing cold. Y'all keep chilling. So I do it for her, and I do it for me, and I do it for the word. Kill it for the hunger, the beat. Kill it for the hunger that will not sleep. And you can stay miserable all your life, but what kind of difference that make? What, you ain't had enough of that pay? Ain't had enough of your way? Live from the haunted north, in the woods where the fire roars. You fell for the Trojan horse, who wanted more? It's already yours. Live from the haunted north, in the woods where the fire roars. You fell for the Trojan horse, who wanted more? It's already yours.
Draw blood, paint life, sculpt that clay, build that bridge. Suffer and pleasure, got love, gotta write that way. And we filled that book from the gutter to forever. We're still gonna suffer. We got burned, met a match and struck first.
Sucker should've known better than to let us have our own search and destroy. You would've been better sent it at home.
Remember that road we take, swear the devil's backbone would break. We made it our home and it's great and it's good. It's the same as it ever was. We came, we saw, we came back. We played them songs we made quick. We went back home just to fill those pages to the edges, and it's aces. It's all coming up roses. Closes may come and we know this. No risk, no fun, no way. Nobody gonna break my stride, no sir. Those days look like these days, except for maybe these grays. But that's just my salt and pepper. My heart and soul won't live forever. Whatever, it's gonna come someday, so come what may, and I pray it comes. We're still gonna run like strays and purr like kittens and bang a gong. We sang our songs, seen the war, we're living that and more. Knowing even the greatest dancers in the world are bound to leave the dance floor.
How we living, very on road, and it's so driven in the freezing cold. Y'all keep chilling, we'll leave tracks you can follow. Leave them alone. How you living, very on road, and it's so driven in the freezing cold. Y'all keep chilling, we'll leave tracks you can follow.
So shake, shake, shoot. It's like win, draw, lose. Cause dice kept cooped up, just bring bad luck. Man is made to choose. Where mixed media, flash, electricity, bone. We rent, we visit, but we're never quite home. Cause the river can't know where the levee might go. So draw your arm and
Fire it all in, battle with the bronze sword, rule with the iron, cut it straight to the bottom cord. Lean in the land of life, freedmen and enterprise. Doesn't mean you seen the sign. See what you want to read, eyes and it seems, not what it seems. Let a part of me will not let it be, instead it seeds. Doesn't mean I believe the lie. Let it dead, let it crawl, let it all count when you bet it all. Say it like you mean it, just say never better if you never even said it at all. Hit them all, and the next set it off. Ready for whatever with machete on the leather, comrades with a letter on the wall, steady head, heavy guts and a set of balls. What I really gotta know, huh? How to rock around, that's right in line with the beat and ride. Wide to the feet, wise to the weak. Why? While we pray on the meek and pry in the speak of the wise and the weeds, we don't know why. While we speak with a slide of the cheek, high, chopping the seams, stride. That's not a unique design. Flight for seats, fly in the cleats, grind. Lines in the sheets, slice, that's all we live for. Polished poison, loves, free and got a lost cause. Holler if you hear me shooting hollow bodies high. Cow assaulted, high exalted, call it key. Alcoholic, call it when I see it, all divide. Hollow head to follow, tired feet disqualified. Able of the cognizant, disabled from a solid mind. Hollow bodies high.
Let's get right back into it, shall we? After the park, I drove him back to his lab, next to Big Rico's Pizza. The drive was difficult, because at this point it seemed that everyone in town but the two of us had hopped onto the buzzing shadow entity train and were loping around town as malevolent holes in our reality, emanating an energy that made the hairs on your arms stand and your bowels vibrate. Or maybe that was just the chemistry with Carlos I was feeling. A woman ran at our car screaming, a few of the shadow people chasing her, but before I could even touch the brake, she must have changed her mind because she had already turned into a shadow person herself. It's like, ugh, run from the shadow people or become one. Make up your mind, lady. We arrived outside of Big Rico's, and there was that awkward moment at the end of every date, where you pause outside of the person's door, and it's like, should I call the city council and submit the standard end-of-date report, or are you going to? Also, I was wondering if he was going to invite me into his lab to look at all those beakers and humming electrical equipment. Well, he said, pointing to his lab, this is me. Uh-huh, I said. I should probably do something about this buzzing shadow thing, he said. A few experiments to see if I can save the town. Oh, I said. Do you need any help with that? No, he said. A scientist is self-reliant. It's the first thing a scientist is. Oh, I said again, but softer. Sadder. Which is when he leaned forward and kissed me. Just once. Just gently. Just before slipping out of the car and into the lab. I'll tell you, listeners, I was almost swallowed by a cloud of malevolent shadow energy on the drive home, and I hardly even noticed. I was so happy. I guess Carlos managed to find a way to defeat the shadow energy, as everything seems normal today. A couple neighborhoods are emptied out, sure, with books and food and televisions left where they had been at the time of the sudden vanishing, a tableau of a life that never again will be. But it wouldn't really be a weekend without that happening somewhere, right? Night Vale, my sweet and only Night Vale, may you find love. May you find it wherever it's been hidden. May you find who has been hiding it and exact revenge upon them. As the old song goes, love is all you need to destroy your enemies. Finer words were never chanted. Stay tuned next for Efficiency Hour with our own productivity expert, a reversed voice underscored by hypnotic pulses. And with all the love in my loving heart, and with a loving voice in a loving and terrifying world, good night, Night Vale. Good night.
Welcome to Night Vale is a production of Commonplace Books. It is written by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor and produced by Joseph Fink. The voice of Night Vale is Cecil Baldwin. Original music by Disparition. All of it can be downloaded for free at disparition.info. This episode's weather was Team the Best Team by Doomtree. Find out more at doomtree.net. Want to have your music featured in the weather section? Want to contribute your talents to the show? Just want to say hi? Email us at nightvale@commonplacebooks.com or follow us on Twitter at Night Vale Radio. Check out commonplacebooks.com for more information on this show, as well as our books on the unused story ideas of H.P. Lovecraft and what it means to be a grown-up. And while you're there, consider clicking the donate link. That would be cool of you. Today's proverb. Production oversight by Tori Malatia, who is holding a small locket. He's not speaking. He'd just like for you to touch the locket. His hand is twisted. His skin is forming into scales. Just touch it once.